I'm currently hiding from my baby. It's 12 o'clock. I wanted to fix my bed in the room because I washed the bed sheets. Why did she wake up? I know that's my own fault, but whatever. I want to take this time though, as I'm hiding, to tell you guys my birth story and how everything happened and how she came out. We are almost 6 months postpartum, and if your baby is waking up through the night, and if they're good, they're fed, they're changed, leave them in there until they go back to sleep. She'll go back to sleep. She's been trying to be up, but no. Anyways, my water broke on a Sunday, whatever Sunday that was, before July 1st. I think it was June 30th. My water broke on this very couch right there. I had just finished putting on some press-on nails. I was chilling. John helped me. I feel like that really helped because I was like super like happy and excited, and I felt so loved that John was helping me put my nails on, and I felt so good. My mom was already here. She literally got here that Saturday. So baby came like right after. Like baby was like, grandma's here. Yeah, let's go. I also went to the pool that same day, and it felt so good. I wanted to go to the pool so bad. The pool helps pregnant women so much. It takes so much weight off you. I don't know how. I don't know. I went to the pool. Maybe that's what pushed me to go into labor. So my water broke a little bit. It wasn't even that much. I had a little bit of a leak, and I was like, babe, like, I think my water just broke. And he was like, you're lying, like, go check. Because he has been wanting me to go into labor for mad long. Like, él se estaba pasando. Like, he was like, yo, you need to go into labor. And he didn't believe me. And I was like, I'm serious. Like, this isn't pee. I didn't pee myself. And then I got up. I went to check. And yeah, it was a little bit of water in there. It wasn't any pee. We called the hospital, and I let them know what was going on, and they said I have to wait minimum an hour, and if there's more like leakage, then I'm good to go. So we waited. I think maybe it was like 30 minutes to an hour. We waited, and I leaked again. So I ended up leaking again, and by this point, I started getting ready to go to the hospital. I took my time though, because if you know, you can go into labor very early, and you can just like stay there waiting. We took a shower. I showered. I changed. I waited to wake my mom up until like the very end. By this point, it was like 1 in the morning, and we were still like getting everything ready. We were ready. I was like relaxed. I was like chilling. Like, if we go into labor, we go into labor. Like, period. Whatever. So then things progressed. I started bleeding a little bit, which is normal. They told me it was normal. If it's dark blood, it's fine. If it's bright red blood, it's not fine. It's new blood. And so that dark blood was old. That's why it was fine, because it's like old period blood. So yeah, things started progressing, and I got to the hospital. The hospital here is very ghetto. Very ghetto. I love the doctor, but it was very ghetto over here. We got there, we checked in, they brought me upstairs. They're like, are you in any pain? I didn't have any contractions. I didn't have any pain. I didn't feel no pain in the beginning. So we get there, the nurse checks me. She's like, oh my gosh. If your water really broke, then you're gonna be my first like labor of the night. I guess I was the only one on the floor that night. Funny enough, because it was that weekend, the 4th of July weekend. She's good, you guys. She fell asleep. So if you heard her in the background making her noise, she was fine. She just fell asleep. Anyways, so this is when the cervix checks started happening, and girl, no puede ser. Those cervix checks, yeah, no, get your fingers out of there immediately. So whatever, I let her check it because it was like the first of the firsts. It was the first time that I was there. They were checking if my water had broken for real, and she was like, I don't really feel anything, and you're not dilated or whatever. I don't even remember, honestly, but she checked it, and that shit hurt like a bitch. Esa vaina dolió a lot. Thank you. No, do not stick your fingers in there again, please. And they were like, I can't really tell if your water broke or not. I don't know if this is exactly what she said, but they had to do a test to see if my water actually broke. So they swabbed, I guess, my cervix, and they put it on the test, and it was positive. My water had broken, so they admitted me into the hospital. Fast forward, the night is fine. The rest of the night is fine. I'm not having any pain. I'm not having any contractions. And the morning comes, 9 a.m. another cervix check. No me cheque el cervix, please, please. My nurse was sad because she had to go home, and I didn't really do anything. I didn't go into labor. No. I didn't give birth. Sorry, I was already in labor. Morning comes, they check my cervix. Nothing really happened. I was like 2 centimeters dilated, maybe. It was not enough for anything at all. So by this point, it's like 9 a.m. when they come again, and they're like, your water broke. You have about 24 hours until you have to like give birth, or else you are at risk for an infection, and that's not good. So they were like, do you want to start Pitocin at some point? I don't even know the times. I don't even know what times it is right now. Through the night, they gave me the ball to do the exercises in. They gave me the ball, they gave me the peanut. They did all that before anything, and then I was not contracting at all. I was not dilating. I was not doing anything, and they were like, we're gonna give you Pitocin. I was like, okay. They gave me Pitocin at some point. I don't know what time it is now. Maybe it's like, I want to say, I don't know, 1 p.m., 12, 11, yo no sé. Times, I don't know. Pain, I know, I remember it, but times, I don't know. So whatever, I'm trying to do everything I can to go into natural labor. I walked most of my pregnancy. I was very active. I'm 22 years old. I was very healthy. I didn't have any complications in my pregnancy. So if you are going into this thinking like, oh my gosh, I have no complications, I'm healthy, I'm young, I might not even, I'm good to go on like a regular birth, have a second plan or have a plan B just in case that doesn't work out for you. Unfortunately for me, that was not the case. They gave me the Pitocin, and that started giving me contractions. Those contractions were the worst pain of my life. Pitocin contractions were the worst pain I have ever been in. I don't know what real natural contractions feel like, but I'm pretty sure they don't feel like that. I'm pretty sure what I felt was worse because they forced it, basically. So Pitocin contractions were bad. I had those contractions, I promise you, 6 hours. 6 hours. They had to give me medication because I could not stand the pain. I had a comb in my hand that I would hold every single time I had a contraction. I don't even know where that comb is. It was a little black comb. Every single time I had a contraction, I would like hold it in the fist and like, oh my gosh. That pain was so bad. That alone will make me not want to have another baby because it was so bad. I promise you, it was the worst pain in my life. And contractions, they come and go, they come and go, they come and go. It feels like somebody's grabbing your uterus, just like squeezing it for like 30 seconds, and then they're letting go. It was the worst pain in my life. So it's about 6 hours into this whole pain thing, trying to get me to dilate, and guess what? This mama didn't dilate past like what, 8-9 centimeters, or even 6. I don't even know. I don't remember. I'll ask my husband and maybe I'll let you guys know. But I want to post this tonight. I don't know how far along I went, but I was not passing a certain number, and I want to say it was, I don't know, maybe 6, 7, 9. I don't know. It was definitely not 10. Maybe not even 9, because that would mean that I was a little bit too close. But no, I was not close at all. I'm gonna say 6. I'm gonna say 6, and if enough people see this and want confirmation, I will ask my husband. I was not passing that certain number, and it had been 6 hours. That is insane. So my mom was like, you need to get a C-section because this is crazy. Honestly, I didn't even know anything about a C-section. I didn't know nothing about a C-section. I was on TikTok the same day talking about some C-section recovery. How does it look like? What do you do? And da-da-da. So I recommend that you go into your birth experience knowing exactly what can happen and knowing all of your options, because I didn't know that much about C-sections until like the day of. I forgot to mention that baby did not like the Pitocin at all. Her heart rate kept dropping and dropping and dropping. So the doctors had to monitor, not the doctors, the nurses were monitoring me. OD, they were coming into my room, checking her heartbeat, checking her heart rate, checking everything. So she did not like the Pitocin at all. At some point, the Pitocin that they gave me wore off. I guess they give you, they give you a whole bag, but they increase it per like hour. And that increasing was insane. I don't want to do the Pitocin anymore. Once it reached a certain point, a couple hours passed by, still no dilation. I also forgot to mention that my entire water broke on that bed, and it felt insane. It felt like pushing water that I had no control of. Like it just kept coming out. It was crazy. The bed was so wet. TMI, but this is a TMI video. Where am I now? I don't know, mom brain. Pitocin, baby didn't like Pitocin. I got Pitocin. I was in pain for about 6 hours. It wore off. They gave me medication to help me with the pain. I slept a little, woke up, and then I was however many centimeters I was dilated, but it still wasn't enough, and they wanted to give me Pitocin again, but my mom was like, you should have a C-section because that's crazy. So the doctor came in and I was like, what are my options? I don't want to do Pitocin again because we're just stressed out, baby's stressed out, it's not good. I was like, can I have a C-section? She was like, you can't have a C-section, this is the told me all the risks and blah blah blah. And she was like, I'm gonna give you some time, talk it out with your family, and I'll come back and we'll see what you guys decide. I decided that a C-section was the way to go because I was getting a fever and Malia's heart rate was dropping way too much. By this time, it's like 7 p.m. We got there Sunday, 1 a.m., almost 2 in the morning. Took me into the operating room around 8 o'clock, July 1st. How long does it take? She said 15 minutes. I said, are you kidding me? We should have been done the C-section a long time ago, girl. What? That's like literally how fast it was. 15 minutes. Prepped us up. They put like the gowns on me. John put on his gown. I put a picture here. I was in so much pain. Like, me telling you right now, it's like, oh, beautiful experience. No. Like, I promise you, that was bad. It was the worst pain of my life, and I don't recommend any woman go through that. I'm sorry. No, it was so bad. They get us ready. They take me by myself to the operating room. At this point, I mean, I'm still in pain. Like, I'm still feeling like pain. They like put the injection on my back, and then I don't feel no pain. I'm numb from the bottom down. But before then, I promise you, I went into the operating room by myself. John wasn't with me. My mom wasn't with me. Nobody was with me. It was just, I'm about to get teary. Hold on. It was just me by myself. And it was me, the nurse that was there the whole day taking care of me, checking in on me, checking in on Malia's heartbeat, on her heart rate and stuff. And it was just me and her, and I couldn't stop crying. And I don't know if it's because is the recording still? Because I don't have no storage. I don't know if it was because I felt like I failed my body in a way. Why couldn't I do it? I don't know. It was so many emotions, and it was like so many hormones, like all over the place. It was like why did I have to have a C-section? Like why couldn't I just do it? Like I'm made to have a baby. Why couldn't I do it? And it was just a lot, but I feel like the most thing that made me cry the way I was crying, like just the pain in general, it was so bad. Like, I don't think this video is doing it justice at all. It was very bad. So I remember sitting on that bed, laying down on that bed, just crying so much, and I can't tell you 100% why. It was the pain mixed with having a C-section, having a surgery. I didn't expect to have a surgery. The surgery literally changed my life forever. Like, my body is not the same at all, and it will never be the same, and that's fine. I love my daughter. I love what my body did, and I love that she got out safely and as fast as she did, because 15 minutes is so that operating room, they numb me from the bottom down. Everything, I didn't feel anything, but they put something on my back that I didn't feel nothing. And once I didn't feel nothing, the tears went away. So maybe it was pain, because that was crazy. I was laughing. I was like, yo, where's the doctor? And they were mad cool. Honestly, if you've never been into the operating room, they're mad chill. They literally have music playing in the background. The room is literally just a room. Like, it's literally a room. The beds are not even that crazy. It's just like a flat bed. It's like, it's not really that crazy. Like, they're mad chill. They were talking about how they were going out to eat. They went out to eat. Something about like a party. All while I'm cut open in the table wide awake. That shit was crazy. But they're mad chill. They listen to music and stuff. Everybody came in. They were all so nice, telling me about the process. All I remember is like looking at the light and seeing blue, seeing the doctor like behind me, explaining everything. And then John came in. He was like sitting right next to me. It was kind of sad because he didn't get to cut the umbilical cord, but it's okay. He started cutting my belly. I didn't feel anything. Obviously, I'm not supposed to. We were there for 10 minutes. The doctor behind me was like, oh, do you think she's gonna have a full set of hair? And I was like, no, I didn't have any acid reflux. I don't think she's gonna come out with hair. And John was like, I don't think so either. And so they cut everything, and then Malia comes out. Malay comes out, and the doctor's like, oh, she has a full set of hair. Oh my god. And then John got up to see everything, and like he went over there to see her like get cleaned up and do all that shit. And then I heard her cry. And then I heard her cry. And it was awesome. It was awesome. He was like, oh yeah, she has a full lot of hair. And then John was like, oh, she is so beautiful. Be honest. She looked like a squished alien when she came out. But yeah, pretty much that was my birth, my labor. That's how I went to labor. I went into labor in this house on this couch, and I had to get an emergency C-section. Maybe it's not considered an emergency C-section, but it wasn't planned. So if your C-section isn't planned, I'm pretty sure that's considered an emergency C-section. So yeah, after though, the recovery was insane. Right after everything faded, like right after she closed me up, I had chills immediately. I was freezing. I was cold. I have so many. Brr. And I guess that's normal. They said it was normal because of the anesthesia. So yeah, recovery was very, very, very hard. I had my mom here helping me. I had my husband here helping me. My belly still looks crazy. It looks bad, but it's okay. It's okay. And yeah, that's my story. That's how I went into labor, delivery and labor. You're watching this, I hope I didn't scare you. I hope you go into labor. Have a great labor. Congratulations, girl. And if you're just watching to watch, don't get pregnant, girl. That shit was crazy. Huge shout out to nurses, labor and delivery nurses in specific. You are literally strangers helping bring life into this world. And my nurses made me feel so comfortable, so loved. And I remember crying to my nurse on that table, like on that table, on whatever it's called. I remember crying to her because of the pain, because of how I felt. And she was just holding me, like she was just hugging me. I'm not about to cry again. I wish I could just go back and give her a hug.